I'm really appreciative of your attendance. I know time is a precious, precious thing. It's one of those things that we cannot make more of. So I'm very serious about that and don't take it lightly. So tonight is, I hope, a little bit of a conversation. I know Zoom is not perfect for that because I can't look you in the eye and people are fairly reticent to answer. But I'm going to try and ask for your participation because we would like to sense your why you're here, as well as the emotion in the room when one talks about artificial intelligence. And then I'll share a little bit our journey, and then eventually I will take you into our platform and show you what we are doing. It's exceptionally exciting, pioneering, unique, and if you understand where I and some of my team members come from, you will see why we are doing this. Okay, let's get to the why. What brought you here tonight? Why did you click yes, let me attend this conversation or this Zoom session? So you can just put something in the chat, or you can put up your hand and we can let you answer. Give me your why. Why did you click yes and decide to attend? I've got a curiosity there to expand my knowledge. I've got, I guess, knowledge on AI and broader, Tabu, I think, to gain knowledge and to get insight into emerging technologies, to act on knowledge. I've got clarity. Charlotte, thank you. Want to know about how to use AI effectively, to learn informed and intentional leadership in school, clarity on AI, and distinguish from fake ones. I have a passion for what we're doing here. I've been working with senior leaders for 25 years. One-on-one, I'm talking about leaders who lead listed companies. I've interviewed top leaders for the last 20, 30 years, from former presidents in our country, at least two, to all the political leaders that make upheaval in our country from all different spectrums. I've written a few leadership books. I've been in the space of trying to transform leadership standards in our country for many, many years. And I know there are thousands of people like me out there trying to do the same thing. But I'm afraid with the advent of AI, we just, even before AI, we weren't making enough inroads, changing enough. When I was in grade 10, standard 8 at the time, I let go of maths in the early part of the year and took on some easier subjects because I just couldn't master maths. I'm not stupid. I also left science, behind. And I think back, I have no regrets in my life at all. But I couldn't have a tutor. I couldn't have anyone who could help me to master those subjects. And I know it would have made a difference in my confidence levels, certainly when I was younger, maybe the opportunities that I could have taken on in my life. And I just let go of maths and science. And I think there are thousands of kids who have the capacity and the ability to grow their confidence at that age by passing maths and science. And I'm saddened by the fact that there's huge pressure on school principals and leaders in schools to increase or improve the pass rate. And some people tell me that to do that, they sometimes nudge children to take on easier subjects. And again, cutting off opportunities in the future. And I wish I had the technology. And what I'm going to share with you today, I wish we had it when I was young. I'm excited to share this with you. But my ultimate aim is to grow leaders from school age all the way through to listed companies, to politicians everywhere. And I'm going to tell you how we do that. Very quickly, the feeling in the room. I want you to throw out one word. When I say artificial intelligence, what emotion comes to mind? Is it excitement, worry, confusion, a combination? Just what words come when I say artificial intelligence? In terms of emotions, I've got exciting from Brian, powerful. There's another excitement from Amanda. Hutumelo, excitement, curiosity, fear, useful. I'm scared, job situation, cautious, uncertainty, confusion. Okay, lots of great emotions. Thank you so much for that. When we're all being told jobs are on the line and our young people obviously will be very uncertain and very confused and very excited, all these emotions are in them as well. It certainly is in us as the leaders who must guide them into the future. Now, let me just tell you about AI that is very, very useful tonight. Almost everything happening in AI right now flows in one of two directions. And it helps enormously to see this with your open eyes. The first stream, the first direction is human replacement AI. In other words, it's built to do what people do faster, cheaper, so-called, and they're learning some lessons now, until the people are no longer useful or needed. That's human replacement AI. But then there's a second one, which the world will notice very soon and already now, but not nearly urgent enough. And that is human advancement AI, human development and growth AI. So it's AI focused on helping humans grow towards their full potential. It's built to develop the human being so that people become more capable, not less. So that's the second direction of AI. And my question to you would be, which of these two do you think attract the billions of dollars right now? Human replacement AI or human development, human advancement AI? The first or the second? Which ones are attracting the billionaires to put hundreds of billions in and to back it? Replacement AI. That's literally human replacement, correct? And so it is a truth that human replacement AI is actually sucking up all the investment. Interestingly, in corporate environment, human development is seen as a cost and an expense. I'm sure it's the same in schools. AI is seen as an investment. So when we spend on AI, it's an investment. When we spend on people, it's seen as a cost and an expense. So what happens when we're under cost pressure? We cut on human development. Can you just imagine what that means for the future? What is the world actually discovering? Very interesting if you're following the news or AI very closely. It's discovering that costs are soaring. AI is in some cases turning out to be more expensive than the very people that they are meant to replace. And something deeper is surfacing as well, a growing unease that's stripping the human out of everything carries a cost we don't yet fully understand. So that's a very interesting discovery that they're making. Therefore, the world raced to replace people, but they are quietly learning why that may be the wrong dream. We already know. In my heart of heart, I believe AI, divinely almost so, was invented to support and strengthen and help us grow as human beings, not to replace us. But that's not what the billionaires believe. So the road we've taken is the second road, human advancement AI. And it's led us to a lot of interesting questions and discoveries about AI, simply because we have chosen consciously this route. Route number 2, human advancement AI, not human replacement AI. Here are the questions. How do we use the power of AI to unleash the power of humans? Now that means there are two power bases. There's the AI power and there's the human power. Okay. What are the AI powers and what are the human powers? And is it possible that when we understand these two poles, then they are not in competition at all? AI power is there to unleash the power of human beings. Think of that very carefully. And I want to tell you about an uncomfortable truth that we're discovering. AI powers are scaling at a breathtaking pace. The power of AI, what it can do. While human powers are in fact decreasing to a large degree. We're being forced as human beings to sit back and say, who are we? What is unique to us? It's not our intelligence anymore. It's not our speed. It's not our skills. When robots start coming in, and you won't believe what robots are doing all over the world already, some of them quietly, and then suddenly one day we'll see, oh, whoa, where did this come from? Well, it's all happening under the surface. So it's very important for us to realize that AI power is scaling very fast and human power is decreasing in many ways, collectively speaking. Collectively, we as human beings are not yet mature or wise enough to lead the arrival of something this powerful, of super intelligence. And that gap between how fast AI is growing and how slowly our human wisdom is growing is, we believe, the real risk of our age. Not the technology, We should not fear the technology. The immaturity of the hands it's placed in, that's what we should be concerned about. So the task becomes very clear for us. If we cannot slow the machine down, and I promise you we can't, then we must grow the humans that are supposed to lead the machines deliberately and fast. We're behind on this front. Now, I'm going to go the two directions. One would be our powers as human beings, and then the other one would be why we think the power of AI can help with unleashing the power of humans. What are these human powers? They're not strange to any of us. We have something we call human advancement infrastructure. So we're trying to build a global infrastructure that advances human powers faster than ever before. Okay, like really fast. It means a whole new operating system. If we're going to counterbalance this scaling of AI power. Here are the 8 human powers. There are more, but yeah, agency. The first one is agency, the power to choose. We have that as human beings. The second one is accountability for those choices we make. We see it all over the world in ordinary leadership, in global leadership. We see agency being used wrongfully. So we see the immaturity at the highest levels, folks. We've got to start teaching these human powers at the lowest levels. Okay, our children must learn them. Agency, accountability. Leaders are not taking accountability. They make decisions, go to war, do all sorts of things. They are hardly ever held accountable. Moral judgment. It's fine to decide, but we've got to learn to make morally right decisions. And we see those not being made by the leaders that are examples. Moral judgment. Commitment. The human's capacity and power to commit to a course and to sacrifice pleasure or all sorts of other things in order to achieve what they are committed to. That's number 4. Number 5 is relationship. The ability to build trust in relationship through caring, through service. That's a human power. Then faith. This is actually my favorite one, because when you say faith, people think religion. No, I'm not talking religion here. Religion does grow our faith in something beyond life. But every day you and I live in faith. Our youngsters need to learn that human beings can see something in the future we call the vision, and they can act according to that. You and I wake up every day in faith. Every single day we think tonight's Zoom session is going to happen. You don't know that it is, but we act it as if it's going to happen. That's the power we have as human beings, to act in faith. Then number 7 is hope. Hope, that ability to feel down today, but to have some kind of hope that tomorrow will be better, to have hope in that vision, that future, in the faith that we have. And then finally, heart. Humans have a heart. And from that heart comes love, passion, purpose. So we need to take these human powers, and they will decide what kind of leader, parent someone is, what kind of professional you are. Not your knowledge about AI, that's important, but these human powers are what will turn one into a special professional or a human being or parent or whatever. They are exactly what a child needs to thrive. That's what they need. And exactly what the age of AI demands more of, not less of. Okay, now AI, that's our human powers. When it comes to AI, what makes it such a remarkable development partner? Not to replace humans, but please think carefully, because you can be cautious or skeptical about AI being a personal development partner. But what makes it so incredibly powerful? And I'll tell you what's interesting as we go down this route is the very same AI powers that make replacement so tempting are what make AI an extraordinary partner for human development. But people are confusing it. They're taking it towards replacement. We're taking it towards development and advancement. There's deep intelligence that helps a great deal when you are developing someone else, when you're developing us as humans. Speed is a big one. Pattern recognition across thousands of conversations. So what's amazing is there are incredible conversations that you have with these agents if they are built correctly, and I'll tell you about that. They can look at the pattern of conversation over weeks and months or whatever. And they can pick up how you're improving and how you're not. It's amazing at pattern recognition, which a very good coach can't even do so well. And we as humans lack that capacity because we're so focused on so many things. The ability to draw on human accumulated wisdom. People use our agents and they say, what, the wisdom? No, they are not wise themselves, but they collect wisdom, okay, through their pattern recognition as well. And then, interestingly, AI or our agents that we build don't have ego. They don't come into a conversation with any ego. They don't think they're more important than the child. They don't think they're more important than anyone or anything. They are perfectly patient, especially with a child who asks the same question over and over when it comes to maths or anything. Okay, because they actually don't give answers. They draw wisdom from us. Excellent memory. And so many other incredible powers that they have in order to support us. So think about that. A development partner that never tires of your questions, especially if you're a kid, as opposed to being in a big classroom, never judges you. They never forget what matters to you. And they are there at any hour of the day. No human mentor can do that at scale. This kind of AI can do it. I'm going to tell you more. So what we have built before I show you in the platform, and then after I show you that very quickly, I hope you can prepare a question that you have, any fears, that's what I really want to come out. But I really want you to share your concerns, even about what we discussed today. It is very important. So what have we built? We now use the latest agentic AI. Agentic comes from agent, those who don't know. Agentic AI to develop human beings, or to help develop human beings. We don't want it to replace. And we can do this in every domain, okay? In schools, in corporates, in sports, in small businesses, everywhere, at every level, across age groups. And here's our slogan: one-on-one, 2 millions, impacting billions, every single day in every domain. That is how you can scale development through agentic AI. If you program the agents correctly, its whole brain and philosophy is human-friendly by design. That's how we build them. It develops you. It draws the wisdom out of you or your child. And we have a maths agent and a science agent for grade 10 to 12. But part of it is to teach them maths and science, or to use maths and science to teach them the human powers. So they master maths and science while they learn about relationship, while they learn about agency, while they learn about moral judgment. So that's always the underlying principle of every agent, pretty much every one of them. It never makes you depend on it. So it's designed to not make you dependent on it like some other chatbots out there. Every one of our development partners grows your human powers while helping you grow in your field. So we've got a sales agent that helps you sell in your small business to help you grow in your sales team. And underlying is also the human powers, but while they teach you selling. All right, now I'm going to show you inside our ecosystem that has been going for a few years, but only the last year we've really worked on these incredible agents. Now, I'm going to take you into thinklead.app, okay, ThinkLead, and it's very important, this think thing. All our agents push hard for the human being to not lose their thinking capacity, because human beings are becoming prompters. Our students, our learners, varsity school, they become brilliant at prompting AI, and they lose their thinking capacity, their cognitive ability, but not our agents. So ThinkLead, but inside ThinkLead, you'll see Me Vision Academy. Okay, Me Vision Academy is driving this. It's all about growing as me, understanding who I am, and knowing the me, having a vision for me, and then that expands to a vision for those around me and my family and my business and society. So that power of knowing who I am is exceptionally important, especially at a young age. When you go into our platform, you will go to personal development. There's a personal development space. Okay. And then you go to my agents. Okay. So that's how you get to this page. And on this page, very quickly, I want to show you, we've got universal agents. We've got leadership focus there, although everything is about leadership. We've got specific industries. We've got specific partners. We've got certain books. So what we're doing is we take a human development book about leadership and personal development, and we turn it into an agent. Okay, so that when a person reads that last page, it doesn't end there. The agent studies this book with all of our underlying philosophy, and it takes that book into your life 24/7. That's the power of agents. They don't sleep. Every agent works with 1 million people at a given moment, but every person is understood and they get to know them personally. And we do that with books. We already have a couple of books. And then education. So on the education side, we've got our Empower agent. So this one is Maths Power, where we unleash the power of children through maths and also their human powers. That's why it's called Empower. We've got an S Power for science. So again, underlying is your human powers as a child, and also do it through science. And then we've got AI Power. I'm excited about this one too, because this one will teach the youngsters, but also university students, also you as a school principal, and me, someone who wants to truly master AI through their human powers, but also understand AI technically, understand it philosophically, understand it practically, but always helping you learn to lead AI rather than have it lead you. This is a personal 24/7 mentor coach. And it's fascinating because AI, in a way, is guiding you towards leading it. It's a fascinating experience. So basically, if I go into the maths agent, oops. There we go. The agent is there, but I'm going to do that. Sorry, that. So if I open the agent here, it goes immediately to the bottom. And this is the conversation I tried. Oh no, it's another one. I tried in Afrikaans, another one, and it speaks very well in Afrikaans. I think it can do Zulu, Sotho, and in time it'll do all the languages as well. So basically, I can increase my screen there. I can choose a voice. A student or a person, you can send a voice note to the agent, and they'll respond with a voice note. You can decide on what kind of voice you want there. Okay, and I can also send a voice note into text, and then it responds with text. But you can literally have conversations with this agent. Because it's a maths agent, we by the way, we got feedback from a maths teacher, a very good one, and gave us some feedback, and we made all those changes. There's a maths calculator, for example. So kids can talk and they can engage and they can talk, have a conversation with their development partner here. And all of those things will happen there. And it's all the same with the science one and also the AI Power one. Then we have under leadership, we've got a couple, but we've also got school. So when you go to the school one, this agent has been built for all the school principals out there and the department heads and teachers to develop and grow. It understands legislation. It understands the schooling system. It's got a very good theoretical understanding of your world. And you can have a 24/7 discussion partner about your challenges in your school. Try it out. About challenges with kids in your classroom. It's been programmed to help you grow in your human powers, but to help you get better at doing the very challenging job you've got. Basically, I want to say to you that the development you can get through this agent is the best that any corporate leader can get. Okay, so we can literally take the best daily, 24/7, no ego coming to the discussion, kind of tutoring on a leadership level as a school principal or a deputy or department head. And then we've got all kinds of, if I look at more of the universal conversations, we've got a sales agent, we've got a small business agent, we've got a wisdom agent, teaching wisdom and maturity, helping bring it out of people. We've got something called Socrates questioning that's been built into the agent. So in other words, they ask smart questions. That's what Socrates did. Socrates built people and grew people through not giving the answers, but asking the questions. And then we've got 3 book agents today. We spoke to Knowledge Resources, the CEO and owner of Knowledge Resources. He has published 200 self-help, leadership, management, development books. And we're talking about how do we bring all these books into the people's lives 24/7 through our agents. So yeah, there's a People Circle. Pamela is launching her book this weekend, People Circle Agent, a culture that lasts. So this is about building a team culture. The CEO Leadership Handbook, leadership on how to be the best possible leader you can be. So these are some of our agents. Those are just a bit of a taste of the kind of solution that we're bringing to the table. Now, Ashley will put in the chat box for you how to access this. You just go to thinkly.app. You confirm your email. We've got strong security in the system. You register. Okay, very simple registering. And then you go to personal development, as I said, and to my agents. You can create an account now. Right now, maybe on your phone or wherever, just go to thinkly.app and register. The link is also in the chat box. So that's really it. It takes you 5 minutes, you register, and off you go. Now, after a few free conversations, the system will prompt you to pledge. And we're going to have organizations pledge. We're going to have parents pledge. And why do we say pledge? We're using a global pledging system that was built in the US. Because there's a cause involved here. What is the cause? It's a development revolution at the scale of AI growth, personal development, one-on-one, 24/7, scaling maturity and wisdom like never before in the world. We can get billionaires to invest in this platform. Of course we can. I think they will start knocking on our doors soon. Or you and I can grow it. And then most of that pledge goes back into the system. And of course, we'll tell you more about all of that. The more you pledge, the more agents you can use. Okay, and there's much more around that. But go in, use them for free a little bit, and sense the intelligence and the power of it. And then, of course, the pledge prompt will come up. If you as a school decide to pledge for 20 as a pilot, or 50 or 100 maths or science students, then they will set them up in the system, and they will not receive, obviously, the pledging prompt. So there are ways of doing all those things. I want to now turn it over to you. This is a part that is very important in our last few minutes. I hope that I've shared with you where I am coming from, where we're coming from, a bit of the background of AI and how we are discovering the power of AI through different lenses. These tutors, Empower, S-Power, and of course we can create it for any other subject. Even varsity level, we've got Nelson Mandela University and Matthews Pauza. We're engaging them to try and use AI into university, into Africa, South Africa, and then Africa, to scale the growth and development of our future generations and leaders. We're piloting, pioneering, potentially the greatest human development revolution that we've ever seen. And we're ironically using agentic AI to scale human development and growth. The machines are not going to slow down. So the question of our time is not whether AI will be powerful. It is already powerful. The question is whether we will be wise enough, mature enough, and human enough to lead it well, and whether we'll raise our children to do the same. That is the question. Let's not ask the wrong questions. AI is here. It's not going away. It's powerful. But we have to create a different momentum and ask the right questions. How do we grow maturity and wisdom from a young age already, so that we, and especially the next generation, that younger generation, can be ready to lead AI, to not fear it, but to embrace it as its leader? That's the whole of what we're building. AI in the service of your humanity and your children's, to develop people, not to replace them. I'm grateful that you are part of this. If I go to the chat box, there's someone. I've used Empower Agent as well, and it's amazing. I was able to understand the basics of trigonometry in one session. I really wish I had it back in high school. So it means if one does not pledge, one will not be able to access content on the platform. You can access for a short while, and then you would need to pledge eventually, yes. Remember, we think the costs are very low, okay, but you need to understand that every time you engage an agent, it costs us money. but we're sponsoring a lot of free conversation. We use serious AI power to do this, and therefore, yeah, it's a cost. And what you're really doing is you're investing in yourself. That pledge is divided into certain categories, and it comes back into this platform so that we can keep the costs low and so that we can scale this human growth globally. And the only way we can do that, of course, is through people pledging. So this is a beautiful platform to continue developing human potential, and we'll certainly use it to continue growing. Is this a free platform? Well, you can use some of the platform for free. There is a feed as well where people share some thoughts and so on. But eventually you do need to pledge. We can talk offline about that. The maths agent has been built for any maths curriculum, same with the science and any other agent that we build. I've got a question there. Michael, go ahead.
Okay, I think that's exactly the question I wanted to ask. If you would be able to tell us the categories of pledge, how much one can pledge to be able to use this agentic AI that are meant to help human develop and help our children.
So when you go into the platform, at the top you'll see there, power your account with Patreon, and the left top of the menu. And when you click on that, it takes you through to the global platform, which is not our platform, but we've built an API between ours and theirs. And then you'll see the different tiers. So to give you an idea, when you pledge $15 a month, that's about between 200 and 300 Rand. For that, you then can engage an agent, okay, 24/7. And it's well-versed in your domain, it gets to know you, as I said there. So if you take a child that wants a maths tutor, you can think what it costs for them, between 150 Rand and 300 Rand an hour, or for one tutoring session. Now they have a tutor available. I spoke to a principal the other day. He said 300 Rand a month for a student to do that is nothing. It's the price of one tutor just once. But they can now, late at night, early morning, preparation for exams, whatever, they can always have this tutor available 24/7, 30 days a month to help them grow. And that's the same with any tutor you have. If you're a principal and you take the school leadership agent, then as a principal, you can engage that tutor, almost, that sounding board, 24/7. And I can tell you, I'm in the coaching game. I've been coaching executives for years. I can see them once a month. They pay me thousands an hour. And if you have a life coach, a couple of 100 Rand an hour for one session a month, maybe twice a month, never more than that. Now we're actually making available 24/7, very intelligent, no ego, as I said, patient, pattern recognition, agents, development partners in all domains at low cost. So then if you want to use 2 agents on the platform, then the agent will ask you to upgrade your pledge to $28. You can go to $50, $70, $100, $200. We've got someone from America pledging $2,400 a month because they believe in this vision. We've got someone else also pledging that much. We'd like many more. So a portion of your pledge, by the way, we've got a reward system, which I'm not going to expand on now, but when you pledge, 25% goes back to you in our reward system. And that reward system is growing. Okay, and we'll tell you more offline about that. So we say thank you. A portion goes back to you as a pledger. Okay, and that grows. A portion goes back into the platform. We have an incentive system for everyone participating. These agents will very soon test you as well. So if you engage an agent on how to sell better, this very agent will work with you personally. It'll give you content that you need personally, and it will test you on it. And as you pass, you generate credits towards certification on 5 different levels. So we see a future where agents help you understand practically, they help you understand theoretically, and they give you certification for what you learn, and therefore you can immediately apply practically. Just imagine that for a moment. So you don't just do theory certification, you do practical conversation and smart questioning to help you master your industry or your domain. Every pledge goes towards this global growth, okay? And then a portion goes back to the platform to grow it and to improve it and to build more agents and to put more functionality in. It's a very costly, challenging thing to build such a pioneering ecosystem. Please understand that I personally have been involved in building the framework of the brain of these agents. As superintelligence scales in the world, the intelligence of our agents will scale. But they've been built to be human-friendly, to be focused on development. So, there's a hallucination problem out there with AI. It's becoming less and less. But AI hallucinates. Why? Because the AI we know that we prompt feels that it's got to know all the answers. Our agents are not built necessarily to have all the answers. They are there to help you grow. So they don't have to have all the answers. They must be smart in asking questions and guiding you. So there's less of that problem. Also for our children, always remember, the underlying principle, human powers. One of the human powers is relationship. So the last thing this agent wants from any child or from any adult is to make you become dependent on it. Its job is to teach those human powers, to help you grow and for you to become better at human relationships, not worse. Remember, we are about human advancement, human development focus, not replacement. So everything we do with these agents is to build humans. And if a human must become reliant on this, then we're not building them. Okay, the primary focus of these agents are to help humans become better with humans, to become better leaders, not of agents, not of robots, although they must understand all this, but actually better human beings. I hope we can engage you offline. You're welcome to contact me personally. I would happy to talk to you in your school. How can we help your grade 10 to 11, 12 maths and science students? How can we help your department heads? How can we bring this into your world? How can it help learners with learning disabilities? Very interesting question. We've actually built into this agent, and I hear there's another word for learning disabilities. It's called, there's another word for it. But we've actually built it into the agents to be able to consider dyslexia or consider stress-related concerns. I mean, it actually caters for that very particularly, to be sensitive and to pick up in how a child responds, learning differences, it's called, or different ways of learning. If the child is ADHD, it'll adapt to that. If they're neurotypical, it adapts to that. It becomes more creative in its explanations. Ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, remember one of the human powers is faith. You need faith to take this on, to say, right, if we're going to scale human development 24/7 as fast as we do AI replacement and the power of AI, we're going to have to not just use one-on-many, okay? One-on-many classroom, sociality, all those things are exceptionally important. And for a teacher to be there guiding the class, guiding the children, but to find a way for every child to learn at their pace, not in the classroom, but at home with its own agent, coming back in and being more prepared. To know that the agent doesn't give answers. It actually guides them and leads them. But if a child says, give me the answer to this math, it'll tell it. It'll say, I'm not here to give you answers. I'm here to help you grow as a human being and to learn these principles. So let's start again. That's the power of what we're building here. Role of sponsors, I've got here. We've got, if we have enough pledges, enough participants in the platform, we may not need, for example, investors, although we are engaging some of our serious pledges to look at investing to some degree so that we can scale faster. Sponsors, what's also fascinating is a sponsor can come and say, I'd like to sponsor all the science and maths kids in this school in my community. Mining, trust me, we're going to approach mining companies and large organizations and say, hey, all that spend in education, all of that, let's use this service that we have. And a corporate or a company can come and say, right, we'd like to sponsor the grade 10 to 11, or maybe just the grade 10 science and maths students. That can happen, absolutely. Corporates need to do that. We can literally save our nation through the human skills that they'll learn, but also through the confidence that they have that I'm not too stupid for maths. How many kids think I'm just not built for maths or science? I was one of them. And it's not true. And most of these kids, most of them can actually, with this kind of technology, master it. And what are we going to do for the future of our nation if we can overcome that? But here's the truth. We could argue that AI already owns maths and science. So by the time our grade 10s leave matric, super intelligence will be on the table, which means it owns maths and science. It still is good for our kids to understand it, but what's more important is that they understand their humanness, that they understand who they are, that they understand agency, accountability, moral judgment, commitment, relationship, faith, hope, heart, that they understand who they are. And if we can send them into the world with the confidence to acquire knowledge, to think, not to prompt necessarily, to know who they are, to have faith, and to build relationships, we're building we can save a nation if we just go in with these agents, with the AI power agent, the science and the maths, and a couple of others we build. If we just go into schools across South Africa, if we just did that in my lifetime, and we got tens of thousands of students to grow, I will have been successful. We will have been successful, because what they then build from then on and how they can cope with AI and robots and all sorts of things, I would be so excited if we can do that. Let's take it to our governing bodies. Let's do whatever we can. But of course, parents can just decide on their own to come pledge and let their kids participate in this. You'll see in the chat there, we've put there how you can join, the steps. If we have your email address, then we'll send you a short video clip that we just made today that also explains it, takes you into the platform, shows you what to do. Thank you so much. You are important. Whatever you do in any school, you are important. What you are doing is very important. And I hope that you're taking something away from this. Please tell your colleagues to come next week, Thursday, same time. We'll send out detail, a link, everything. And we hope that we can spread the word of the difference that this can make. Let's prepare our kids to go to varsity, to go into the world where AI is going. They're growing up with AI, with the greatest technology ever and the most dangerous technology ever. If we don't do it right, they are literally growing up with it right next to them. And it'll be with them throughout their lives. They'll see robots come into their lives, literally, into their homes. And my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we have to prepare. We have to prepare them. And that's why I love this. I think every child in school should work with the AI power agent. And every teacher should, and all of us should, so that we can truly understand. This agent meets you where you are. It asks you, okay, are you a learner? Are you a student? Do you have your own business? Let's talk about AI. Let's talk about AI. That's what it does. Thank you so much. You can work this from your phone, by the way. I see someone asking. Absolutely. This is built for phone. It's built for laptop. We understand across Africa, for example, we want to take this to Africa. This is one of the ways that we can develop Africa and take Ubuntu. We don't want to take the humanity. I am because you are, because we're a community. We want to. Matthew Sporza calls this Ubuntu AI. He's passionate about this, and he's a real fan. Wanting to, as the chair of the Nelson Mandela University there, he wants us to take this to the world, because he knows it's a way to leapfrog. And you know what? The rest of the world rushed to AI, ladies and gentlemen. South Africa didn't necessarily rush as fast, or Africa. We're watching it, and now we're getting into the conversation. But hopefully we can bring human advancement AI with the rest of AI. And as Africa, we can, through the Ubuntu mentality, we can actually change the world and show them how to implement AI, how to take that second direction to counter the other one. We can do that as a society, as a country. And we're going to show the world how. Thank you for joining us tonight. Hopefully we can see some of your colleagues next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.